The year 2017 has become a special year for all the Protestant Ukraine. Petro Poroshenko, the president of the country, signed a decree to celebrate the 500th anniversary of the Reformation. Since the beginning of the year, there have been many different events dedicated to this date. One of the most significant events was the celebration of Thanksgiving Day on the main Kiev street of the country called Khreshchatyk. Thanking God for the harvest is a century-old tradition in the life of many Christian communities in Ukraine. The fact of celebrating Thanksgiving Day on a nationwide level has been mentioned since 2006, but not until 17th of September 2017, that in the heart of Ukraine was Thanksgiving holiday celebrated on the European continent. During the day, up to 500,000 people visited the central street of the capital. Under the open sky, people thanked God for life, health, harvest protection, and also prayed for blessings on Ukraine. From the early morning, the Khreshchatyk Street and the Independence Square were closed for the traffic. The main scene was erected for the concerts, which were taking place throughout the day. The celebration began at 10 o'clock in the morning with the common morning worship of all the Protestant denominations of Ukraine. The guests were greeted by the heads of churches and bishops of the Council of Evangelical Protestant Churches of Ukraine and the Ukrainian Interfaith Church Council.
We have to celebrate this big holiday. This demonstrates our unity, our values, and we want to change our country.
Musical compositions of the combined symphony orchestra and choir were performed at the crowded Khreshchatyk. In harmony and love, hundreds of thousands of Christians prayed to the Lord for peace and unity in Ukraine. Daytime program began after the morning worship. It was full of interesting and exciting activities for every taste and age. There was an exhibition of key areas of the Ministries of Protestant churches in open air: social, medical, educational, chaplains, volunteers, charity work, etc. At the same time, there were programs for children, young people and families, competitions, gift drawings, dozens of gaming locations, bodybuilding shows and sports competitions. One of the highlighted spots of Thanksgiving Day was the taking of pictures, which has become the Ukraine's unique fruit and vegetable map, symbolizing our gratitude to God for the harvest. Also, this day marked the ending of all-Ukrainian 2 weeks car rally of Reformation, which involved more than 500 cars. The car train, with banners and symbols of Reformation, covered more than 5,000 kilometers. Participants of the rally visited 24 regions and 250 cities, where they conducted various spiritual and educational programs. The purpose of the rally, called Reformation and Revival of Ukraine, was the spiritual transformation of people as well as to unite the nation around the history and culture of our state.
5 rays symbolically united Ukraine. Here in Kiev, in the heart of Ukraine, we are grateful to all teams, to all hundreds and thousands of volunteers who proclaimed this good news throughout Ukraine.
Throughout the day, prayer tents were placed along the Khreshchatyk Street. Everyone could get free literature, gospel books and Jesus movie DVDs. People could write down their prayer requests and leave contact information in a special questionnaire. Surprisingly, many people, both young and old ones, willingly shared their problems. They were open and sincere. The final note of the Thanksgiving was the evening program, which brought a record number of spectators to the Khreshchatyk Street. The greetings to the participants of the celebration were addressed by the foreign guests: Mark Pritchard, the Member of Parliament of Great Britain; Valeriu Giletsky, the Vice President of the Parliamentary Assembly of the Council of Europe; George Roller, the Ambassador of the Center for Christian Statesmanship; Terry Mewson, the unchanging CBN TV host and founder of the international organization Orphans Promise; Joseph Bondarenko, the prisoner of conscience, and other well-known personalities. The fact that this event became a national one was also evidenced by the presence of representatives of Ukrainian government: Alexander Turchinov, the Secretary of the National Security and Defense Council, and Pavlo Unguren, the member of Ukraine's parliament. The singing and music were provided by the choir, accompanied by the Symphony Gospel Orchestra. Famous musicians and singers: Bria Blessing, Sergei Briksa, Anyanya Udogvo, Vyacheslav Rybikov, Rula Lada, Valery Korob, Anna Ponochevna, Dorina Kochenji, and other performers. The final part of the evening revealed the testimony of world-famous speaker Nik Vujicic. He shared his strive for life, a strong faith in God and great hope, which so many Ukrainians lack in these difficult times for our country.
Доброго вечора у Україну! Слава Богу! Дякую! I love you very much.
Я вас дуже сильно люблю.
There are many people outside of Ukraine who are praying for you.
Є багато людей поза Україною, які моляться за вас.
So keep going, Ukraine.
Тому Україна, продовжуйте рухатись вперед.
And God is with you, Ukraine.
At the end of Nik Vujicic's testimony was an invitation to repentance, which was responded by thousands of people. At the end of the evening, there took place a joint prayer with the participation of the leader of the evangelical Protestant denominations.
We're asking that you would bless our dear Ukraine, that you would bless it with spiritual awakening and spiritual reformation.
In addition to Ukrainians, the evening program of the celebration was watched and listened to by millions of people in 26 countries of the world, thanks to the live broadcast of the Hope TV channel. The translation was carried out in 9 languages, including sign language. We believe that the Thanksgiving Day celebration will become an annual common tradition of all Protestant churches and Ukrainian people, and it will be the source of further spiritual changes in our nation, while the fire of the Reformation, inflamed on the Ukrainian soil, will burn in the hearts of the Christians around the world.